Hello learners, welcome to this topic on greenfield construction of overhead lines part 4. At the end of this topic, you will be able to describe stays, explain different types of stays, explain installation of stays, list different types of insulators and explain installation of pin insulator. Let us start off with the stays. Stay is a piece of support that keeps the pole erect to prevent it from falling or tilting towards a certain direction. The following are the different types of stays used in distribution lines. Let us begin with ordinary stays. Generally, this type of stay is used. The size of the stay rod, turnbuckle and the stay wires are to be used as per the line tension. For HT lines, 19 mm, that is 3/4 inch diameter stay rod, 20 mm, that is 5/6 inches size eye bolt and 7/8 size stay wire are used. For LT lines, 15 mm, that is 5/6 stay rod, 12.5 mm, that is half an inch eye bolt and 7/10 size stay wire is used. The stay insulator shall be used at a vertical height of 3 meters, that is 10 feet from the ground. The purpose of this is to avoid any accidental touch of the guy rope by a human. Now, moving on to A-type stays. When the line tension is less and there is no sufficient space for stay, this type of stay is used. In cities, many times there is no sufficient space to stay. At such places, the stay pit is dug at a short distance from the pole and hence cannot take adequate tension. A support angle is fixed to the pole at the top and the arrangement is available to affix the stay wire to that angle. This is called stay outrigger. This type of stay looks like A. Let us discuss about another type of stay or B-type stay or the self-stay. When there is no space for stay, the lower portion of the stay wire is clamped by a stay clamp to the lower portion of the pole and such type of stay is called self-stay or B-type stay. The next type of stay is Y-type stay. It is used to support the guarding cross arm and side brackets. The next type of stay is a flying stay. When the line is on the roadside and there is no space for stay, a pole piece of sufficient height is erected at the other side of the road and a stay wire is tied up between the pole and the pole piece. For giving tension to the pole piece, stay wire and stay rods are used. Next, we have another type of stay called strut. When the pole is on the roadside and there is no space for stay, one pole is used as a support to the line pole from the opposite side of the stay. The support is called strut. Strut is fixed to line pole by a suitable clamp. We have reached the last type, storm guys. When the line is straight and the distance from one cut point to another is more, this type of stay is used. At the mid pole of the line, two stays are tied at an angle of 60 degrees on both sides. Such stays are called storm guys. For angle location, stays are to be given in such a way that tilting of the pole due to the conductor tension is avoided. Stay insulators are used to obstruct the leakage current. Let us discuss the excavation, grouting and backfilling for a stay set. Here are the steps to do. The procedure for excavation is the same as the procedure for excavation of pits for the pole erection. Place the stay rod at an angle along with the concrete slab or stone pad as per the approved drawing. Fill the excavated pit with soil and brickbats and compact properly. For grouting of stage set, prepare the concrete mixture and pour the concrete mixture into the pit up to the required level as per the specification. Keep the minimum distance from the edge of the excavation while pouring it. Backfill with soil for the remaining part of the pit and do compaction. Now let us discuss the steps in binding and fixing of stay wire. Check the pole condition before climbing. Use a ladder for fixing and binding the stay wire. Wear a full body harness, climb on the pole and fix bind stay wire with stay clamp. Carry out binding works with a guy insulator on ground level. Let us discuss the steps involved in installing a guy set or a stay set. Mark the guy pit or stay pit location as per the availability of space and ensure that the angle between the pole top and the guy pit location is anything between 30 degrees to 45 degrees as per the specification. If sufficient space is not available, decide the type of guy or type of stay as bow stay, overhead guy or overhead stay by extending the stay to one span. Type of back support by providing strut pole. Excavate the guy pit or stay pit up to the specified depth. Excavation should be perpendicular to the line of direction. Install the guy rod or stay rod and anchor the same with proper packing of stone pad or concreting as per specification. Fix the guy clamp at an appropriate location of the load point. If it is a multi-circuit pole guy or stay, it has to be provided for the deviation or tapping circuit. Use an appropriate strain insulator, depends on the voltage grade of the line. Use two strain insulators at different locations, that is 1.5 meter apart in case the guy wire passes through another circuit. Ensure the position of the strain insulator from the ground should be a minimum of 3 meter from the ground level. Let us learn about the following different types of insulators: pin insulators, strain insulators, and shackle insulators. Let us begin with pin insulators. In the normal course, pin type insulators are used in straight stretches of the line. The pressures which will be acting on the pin and the insulators are A. Wind pressure, and B. weight of the conductor. So, both the pin and the insulators are to bear with the resultant forces of the wind pressure and the self weight of the conductor in that span. And next type of insulator is strain insulator. In a line, at terminal points or at dead end locations or at angle points where the angle of deviation is greater than 10 degrees, these insulators are deployed. Lastly, we have shackle insulators. In low tension lines, these types of insulators are deployed. Now, let us look at how pin insulators are installed. V cross arm and pole top cleat are the places where pin insulators are installed in the line. These structures are provided with holes in which the pin of the insulator is first installed. The pin is tightened as per the requirement and the insulator is then fixed onto the pin and tightened. Now, let us summarize what we have learnt. We described stays, explained different types of stays and strut, explained installation of stays and strut, listed different types of insulators, explained installation of pin and disc insulators.